Hi everyone, this is Sainath. Today let us see Vedic and later Vedic period. In this video, we are going to deal with introduction, origin of Vedic age, Vedic literature, classification of Vedic period, political organization in Vedic age, society in Vedic civilization, economic conditions in Vedic civilization, religion in Vedic period. Now let us see introduction. Vedic civilization was the culture and tradition of the society prevalent during the Vedic age, that is from 1500 to 500 BCE. Vedic period was the period in Indian history during which the Vedas, the old scripts of Hinduism, were composed. During the early part of Vedic period, the Indo-Aryans settled into northern India and brought with them the specific religious tradition. This was initially a tribal and pastoral society, and it was not urban center like Harappa. It spread after 1200 BCE to Ganges plain. The end of Vedic period witnessed the rise of large urbanized state and Shramanas movement, that is Jainism and Buddhism, which challenged the Vedic orthodoxy. Around the beginning of Common Era, the Vedic tradition formed one of the main constituent of so-called Hindu synthesis. Now let us see the origins. After the collapse of Indus Valley civilization, which ended in 1900 BCE, group of Aryan peoples migrated into northwestern India and started to inhabit the northern Indus Valley. See, in this figure we can see that Aryans came to India from northwest and slowly started to settle in the Ganges plain. The knowledge about Aryans come mostly from the Rig Veda, which was composed between 1500 to 1200 BCE. They brought with them their distinctive religious traditions and practice. The Vedic beliefs and practice of the pre-classical era were closely related to the Proto-Indian European religion and the Indo-Iranian religion. Now let us see about Aryans and Vedic age. Typically, the age of Aryans is known as Vedic age because the four major Vedas were created in this time. The word Aryan is derived from the Sanskrit word Arya, which means noble and not ordinary. They arrived from Russian steppes and is believed and agreed to by major historians. Bal Gangadhar Tilak argued that Aryans came from the Arctic region following their astronomical calculation, and the Aryans spoke Indo-Aryan language Sanskrit. They were semi-nomadic, pastoral people who led rural life as compared to the Indus Valley civilization. Now let us see Vedic literature. The term Veda means superior knowledge in Sanskrit. Four major Vedas constitute the Vedic literature. They are Rig Veda, Yajur Veda, Sama Veda and Atharva Veda. Rig Veda, earliest Veda and has 1028 hymns in praise of gods. Yajur Veda has details of rules to be followed during the sacrifices. Sama Veda has the collection of songs. The origins of Indian music are traced from it. Atharva Veda has a collection of spells and charms. Besides these Vedas, there were Brahmanas, Upanishad, Aranyakas, and epics like Ramayana and Mahabharatas. Brahmanas, prose about Vedic hymns, rituals, and philosophies. Aranyakas deals with the mysticism, rites, and rituals. Upanishad, philosophical text dealing with soul mysteries of nature. Epics like Ramayana, Mahabharata. Ramayana was authored by Valmiki and Mahabharata was written by Vedavyasa. Now let us see the classification of Vedic period. The period of Vedic civilization is from 1500 to 500 BCE is divided into two broad parts: early Vedic period and later Vedic period. Early Vedic period is from 1500 to 1000 BCE, also known as Rig Vedic period. Later Vedic period is from 1000 BCE to 600 BCE or 500 BCE. We will study the following features of Vedic civilization under these two periodic periods. Now let us see the political organization in Vedic age. In early Vedic age, Kula was the basic unit of political organization. Multiple families together of kingship formed a grama. Leader of grama was Gramini, group of villages called Visu, headed by Vishwapati. The highest political administrative unit was Jana or tribe. There were several such tribal kingdoms like Bharatas, Matsyas, Yadus, and Purus, etc. The head of the kingdom was Rajan or king. The Rigvedic polity was hereditary monarchy normally. There were two types of bodies, Sabha and Samiti. Sabha was council of elders, Samiti is general assembly of people. In later Vedic age, large kingdoms by amalgamation formed Janapadas or Rashtas. There were 16 Janapadas or 16 Mahajanapadas. Therefore, the power of the king increased and he performed various rituals and sacrifice to make his position strong, like Rajasuya, Aswamedha, Vajapaya. The kings assumed the title Raja Viswa Rajan, Ahila Bhuvanapati, Samrat, etc. But importance of Samiti and Sabha diminished. Society in Vedic civilization. In early Vedic age, Rigvedic society was basically patriarchal. The basic unit of society was Graha or family. It is headed by Grahapati. Monogamy was practiced while polygamy among royals and noble families was observed. Women had equal opportunities as men for their spiritual and intellectual development. Women could attend the popular assemblies. No child marriages and sati practice. Social divisions was not rigid. In later Vedic age, Varna system became prevalent. Four divisions of societies were emerged like Brahmanas, Kshatriyas, Vaishyas and Sudras. Brahmanas and Kshatriyas occupied the higher position in the society. Various subcastes on the basis of occupation emerged. Women were considered inferior and subordinate to men, and also lost their political rights of attending the assemblies. Child marriages became common now. Now let us see the economic conditions in Vedic civilization. In early Vedic age, Rigvedic Aryans were pastoral, cattle rearer people. After they permanently settled in North India, they began agriculture. Carpenters produced chariots and plows. A variety of articles with copper, bronze, iron were made by workers. Spinning was an important occupation. Cotton and woolen fabrics. Goldsmith made ornaments. The potters made the different kinds of vessels for domestic use. Trade was conducted by barter system in beginning but later shifted to use of gold coins called nishka for large transaction. Rivers acted as a means of transport. In later Vedic age, more land was put under cultivation by cleaning the forest. Hence, agriculture became the chief occupation of the people. They grown barley, rice, and wheat. Industrial activities became specialized with metal works, leather works, carpentry, pottery, etc. Internal trade as well as foreign trade also became extensive. Hereditary merchants came into the existence as a different class. Vaishyas indulged in trade and commerce, organized themselves into guilds known as ganas, coins. Besides Nishka, Satamana gold coin and Krishnala silver coins were also used as media of exchange. Religion in Vedic period. Early Vedic age. Rigvedic Aryans worshipped natural forces like earth, fire, wind, rain, thunder. Some important Rigvedic gods: Prithvi, earth; Agni, fire; Vayu, wind; Varuna, rain; Indra, thunder. Indra was the most popular god. Next is Agni, who acted as an intermediary between the god and the people. Varuna, the upholder of natural order. Female gods Aditi and Ushas were also seen. No temples and no idol worship. Prayers were offered to gods for rewards. In later Vedic age, Indra and Agni lost their importance. Prajapati, the creator, Vishnu, the protector, and the Rudra, the destroyer, became important. Sacrifices and rituals became more elaborate, but the importance of prayers declined. Priesthood became an hereditary profession. They, di- they dictated the rules for the rituals and sacrifices. Therefore, by the end of this period, there was a strong reaction against the priestly domination, also against the elaborate sacrifices and rituals. This led to the emergence of Buddhism and Jainism. Thanks for watching. There will be much more videos on history series. Thank you.